Alright guys, today we're going to take off the deck off a Cadet LGTX 1054 mower. And your first step is going to be lowering the deck all the way down. And then, so I've already started on this a little bit, but I should still be able to tell on what you need to do. This hole is usually lined up with that hole right there. Let me zoom in for you guys to see a little bit better. Anyway, this pin's going to be in there. You can take a vice grip, just pull it right out. And this one's a little bit easier. Just pull it out like that. And it'll pop out. And you come to this other side. It's going to be the same thing. Since you already have one side out, the other side's instantly probably going to be a little bit more harder. So if you have trouble pulling it out, then I suggest you, well, first do that side first, but then lift up this flap, I like to do, and pick up on the lawnmower while pulling it out, or have someone lifting up the deck on this side while you pull that pin out. Alright, so once you have that done, you're going to come over here. You're going to see this. You're going to come to the front of the lawnmower. So this is where you're at right now. Right there behind this front tire. See that circular pin right there? You're just going to... Oopsies, sorry guys. I just dropped you. Anyway, you're going to lift this circle up. Wow, that was easy. Just take the pin out. Pin's out. Alright. So once you take that pin out, pretty self-explanatory on how to do. Put it somewhere safe so you don't lose it. Then come to your next step. Come over here, which I've already started this a little bit. You see right here, that's where you pulled your pin, right there. You're gonna come up here. Anyway, this is the 19mm, but this is also a weird design that Cadet has. Anyway, you're going to, what I had, my problem was that a deep socket, if you don't know what a deep socket is, it's one of these, was with the ratchet, was too long, so you couldn't fit it in the way of this. And the short socket right here was too short to reach this. So then I've been basically just using my vice grip and turning it the whole time. So I'll bring you guys back after I take that off. Alright. So now that you have your pin off right there, or what, not my pin, or not your pin, I'm sorry. Once you have this, just finger loose, and then you can take this off by yourself. There you go. It's off. That looks like it used a little bit of wash. Anyway, so now that you have that off, now this is loose. Put this nut somewhere safe. Put it in the cup holder for now. Then your next step is going to use a hammer or a screwdriver or whatever you want to use and pound this out of that hole. That was pretty easy, luckily. So now that you have this loose part, and then generally, just so it's not in the way, you just, let me zoom out a little bit. Alright. Generally, so it's not in the way when you slide the deck out, just slide this back. And another thing you want to keep is get that washer off there too, I just realized. So you're going to take your washer and just throw it right there. Alrighty. Once you have that done, you are going to want to then your next step is going to just be move your crap all the way, and then everything that's connected, actually, your last step is going to be taking off this bar right over here. My bad. Sorry, guys. Let me zoom out. So you have this bar right here. You might think that might not even need to take that off because we still got to take these belts off, guys. But you might think that you don't need to take this bar off, but trust me, I've done it before, and you have to take this bar to get this belt off. It's just way too hard otherwise. So let's look what we need. Let me turn this flash on. Let's look at what we need here. Whoopsie daisies. So right here, that's just or no, that's not. Looks like to me that's gonna be a 13 millimeter probably. So let's go grab a 13 millimeter. Ratchet, and maybe we'll do 14, or yeah, we'll do 14 millimeter actually. So I'm gonna grab that. Go back up here. Let me first just check if it's the right size. Alright guys, so I moved to the other side. So I mean, you can do this side first, but I moved to this side where the logo is here. Actually, they're on the both sides, but this side of the lawnmower. Let me zoom out. This side of the lawnmower, and you're gonna come in right behind this front tire, and you're gonna use your 3-inch extender with a 13 millimeter, which ended up being 13, not 14. So put your 14 back and get your 13 out, and then you're gonna come up right here. Let me find the camera prop. There. Anyway, see that hole right there? Right up here is where your nut's gonna be. Hold up. Alright, so that's where your ratchet should be and look like. That's where the nut is. And then you can just start getting that off. I'll be back once I get it off. Alrighty, now that I got this nut off, this is what the nut's gonna look like. You're gonna put that in the safe spot. You're gonna put this right in this cup holder. Okay, you're gonna come back to this other side. Actually, let's feel this bar a little bit. Oh yeah, she's a lot looser. Alrighty, so you're gonna come over here, back to this side, fortunately, and by the looks of it, you're gonna need your 10-inch extender. So let me grab that quick. Alright, so here's my 10-inch extender. If you have a shorter extender, like a 9 or an 8, that's probably gonna be fine too. This 10-inch extender is honestly probably a little long for this job. We'll see if it even works actually. Let me just move this tire around real quick. Hold up. Give me 1 second. Alrighty, now the tire's moved. Come over here. Here's your gap. There it is. I'm locked on now. And I'll see you guys once I get this one off. Alrighty, now guys, now that I'm about to pull this off, the bar is going to come with it, most likely. And there's the nut, or the screw, or nut, whatever you want to call it, bolt. Put that in there. And then here's your bar now. Come to the other side. Let's see what this hooked onto. Alrighty. Now this is what your bar looks like if you've been wondering. Bar's off now. gonna put this bar right there. Okay, and then last final steps. Just gonna take this belt, or you take this belt here, and just start kind of weeding it off. And there it is. Now you should be able to just pull it right out. So let me prop up the camera. Give me 1 minute. Alrighty now. Whoops, daisies. Alrighty now. Now that's that propped up. Now all you gotta do, you should just be able to pull this right out. Actually, if you want, you can just lift up your deck, or lift up your deck. It doesn't matter how much, just a little bit, so it's easier on the way. And you should be able to pull this right out. Straighten out your tires probably too. Would be a good thing. Let me move you. Oops. Hopefully you guys saw all that. The camera just flipped on me. But just pull out your deck. You might need to move the tires a little bit back and forth, but that should be all now. So just move this back a little bit more. Oh. And that's how you remove the deck off your Cadet LGTX 1054V twin. Thank you. Please like and subscribe.